Greetings, Libra. This is your message. So, I'd like to welcome all of you. My soul recognizes your soul. Happy to have you here. I really appreciate all of you who's decided to join us. So we are going to get started, Libra. The message I have for you at this particular time is rebirth. We're going into a period of things changing, a cycle of things changing. This is a time of reaping what you've put out, reaping what you've sown, reaping what you put out. You get back whatever it is that you've put out during this time. I feel as though this is a time to focus on a rebirth. With this rebirth, we're in the fall right now. We're in the fall season, which is a time of harvest, reaping the harvest of things that you've sown, good or bad. So after that comes a time of rebirth. During that time of harvesting, we go into the winter time, and the winter time is a time of reflection. And I say that because everything is purified during this time. Everything is purified and made clean. You're given the opportunity to make amends, make things right, that have been, to get back on track with life. In other words, if you might have been gotten off your path somehow, this is a time of reflection and taking accountability of whether or not you're going to get back on your path, or whether or not you are going to go down the same route, continue down the same route that you have been going. This is a time of doing shadow healing, a time of doing shadow healing on self. That's where you're taking the time to reflect back on, things that could have been done differently, if at all. Would you do things differently? Would you have done things the same? Is there nothing about your life that you would have changed, or isn't there? Again, it's a time about reflection and taking accountability to do the work to heal any inner wounds or underlying issues that may have caused you to deter from your path, your journey, your life purpose. This is a very important time. Not only is a time of reflecting, it is also a time where things will be revealed. Things will be revealed to you. Things that you may have possibly ignored. Some of those things might be a little distasteful. Some of them maybe not so much, But again, it is a time where things will be revealed to you. Oh my God, that's not cards. So we have with this shadow work, we have fragmented energy. Fragmented energy is fragmentation is memories of the past is it's baggage, unhealed residue that is holding you back in some sort of way with this fragmentation. It's very important, Spirit is saying, to dive deep, go deep within, if possible, to try and heal some of those underlying issues of the past. This could even go all the way back to childhood. It could go all the way back to childhood. It could even stem over into issues that you may have experienced in a past life, and brought over into this life and are reenacting certain energies that you've brought over, certain circumstances that you have brought over, things that may have followed you over into this lifetime. So again, it's Spirit is saying it's very important to look at those underlying issues. That's where this reflection come in at, and allow yourself to go through the process of healing those underlying issues in order for this rebirth to happen, or in order for this rebirth to be any type of work that you do in healing yourself from any type of baggage or past hurt is a success. It's just the acknowledging of the fact that there are some things that it could be healed, some things that could be worked on, and you could be made new again, so you can have the opportunity. It's like hitting the reset button. How to anybody, if you know how you go to a hair dryer and you turn a hair dryer on and you're using the hair dryer, and once the hair dryer gets too hot, it gets to the point where it is too hot and it'll shut off. Well, that's sort of like this rebirth and this fragmentation of energy. And you notice that when it gets too hot, you have a red button on the it's on the insert that goes into the electrical socket. There's a red button and there's a yellow button. The yellow button is to cool it down, I think, or to reset it after it has gotten so hot to the point to where it cuts itself off. The yellow button is like a reset button. So I feel as though that's what is happening here, and why this is coming up, and this fragmentation of energy is possibly where you can start. For those of you who don't know where to start or how even to start, this is how you can start on healing those things. Hitting the reset button, you'll have a chance and the opportunity to start again, to start a new cycle. So we have Naked Before the Stars, and with this Naked Before the Stars, I feel as though Spirit is saying being comfortable in your own skin enough to being comfortable enough in your own skin to have that realization that there's something an underlying issue, that the awareness of it, taking accountability to know that there's an underlying issue that can be addressed and can be healed, successfully. So that's what I feel as though this Naked Before the Stars is. Excuse me, y'all. Ooh, body comes around. And so We also have here, we have fated to suffer. So some of you could, that could be also an issue as well. You can have this preconceived idea, this notion that you're fated to suffer, that everything, this is that woe is me, the pitying, feeling as though you're the only one that has this problem, or you're the only one, things are always happening to you. Feel as though you're fated to suffer, and that could be some type of an underlying issue that can be healed as well, or worked on, the acknowledging of you feeling as though you're fated to suffer. It could be again a preconceived notion that you are fated to suffer because you are always going through something, feeling as though it's only happening to you, or why is things always happening to you, or why is this always happening to me, feeling like you're fated to suffer. That's something that can be healed successfully as well. It's just the you having the ability to go down underneath and acknowledge and be aware that it's an existing situation that is reoccurring in your life, happening over and over again, feeling like that. It's just you've programmed yourself, your mind, to believe that you're always gone through something like this, or it only happens to you, or that's possibly a mindset that you have created within yourself to protect yourself in some way. So I feel it's very important, Spirit is saying, to get clear, on this fated, to feeling as though you're fated to suffer, so you can get a better awareness and be able to cope, and heal yourself, or even get it to a point where it's manageable. You can manage yourself in a healthy and a more positive way without having this fated to suffer mindset. So all of these are some things I feel as though, for those of you who aren't sure where to start or how even to start on this rebirth, these are some things that Spirit is saying you can possibly work on. Everyone has free will. You can choose to do the work or not. It's up to you. I feel as though Spirit is saying doing so, will allow the floodgates of abundance to flow more freely to you. Open you up so that you're not resistant to any type of change that is happening. And remember, all of this work that you do, this underneath work that you do, is to serve your highest good. It's always to serve your highest good, So thank you guys for stopping by, and until next time, ciao, Libra.